In 2021, as you mentioned, that EF4 tornado ripping through the town of Mayfield, and now yet another disaster to hit this community. Governor Andy Beshear declaring a state of emergency here in the state of Kentucky. And this is some of the damage that we're finding. This roadway undermined by the rushing waters. Now, that water came up very, very quickly. But interestingly, as you can see right now, well, this stream has been essentially left to a trickle. Now, you talked about that flash flooding concern renewed as we move farther on into the morning hours. We're not going to be seeing as much rain as we saw yesterday, early yesterday, but just between a ½ inch to 2 inches of rain. That's what's expected. And the soil is so saturated that is why we could see renewed flash flooding fears, because really this water just has nowhere to go. It can't really soak into the soil anymore. Now, this flash flooding, the flash flooding that occurred yesterday, is really one for the history books. Some areas here in western Kentucky getting just under a foot of rain in 24 hours. Neighborhoods quickly inundated with water, overwhelming backyards and homes. Drivers found themselves trapped as the floodwaters washed away roads and filled streets, and some people needed to be rescued from their homes. Luckily, at the moment, no deaths have been reported.
Just like every challenge we faced, we'll get through this. We'll get through this together. We will be there. We will make sure that we're providing resources and help to help our people make it through yet another challenge.
Now, this flooding comes as Mayfield is still recovering from a different natural disaster, that EF4 tornado we were talking about earlier. That hit in December of 2021. During that outbreak, more than 1,000 homes were lost and around 80 people died here in Kentucky. Just a devastating blow to this community. But this comes just about a year after other devastating floods, those in eastern Kentucky. Those had deadly consequences, unfortunately, the state just being rocked by storm after storm in recent years.